between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Our game here, the 2nd of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucs and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way tomorrow night. Chargers and Colts on the 26th from Indianapolis. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
57 yards.
And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
They find some open field here.
And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tannehill keeps on the sneak, and he takes it across for the Rams touchdown. Ryan Tannehill scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Back to throw here.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Broncos 7.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Ready? Check contact! Check contact!
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They get this out left. Touchdown, Broncos. Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel? Or was that analytics that came into play there and deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action. It's Tannehill. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. 95 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Tannehill looking to throw. And he won't be able to get the football away. He's going to be sacked. So they're unable to add on to their lead.
Broncos 17. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll drop to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Davion Taylor
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So they're able to answer back here in the 3rd quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe, one of the great Grand Slam epics? Go ahead and look it up, folks.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there.
70 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Rams 23.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off play action, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Davion Taylor able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to air one out.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense getting so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. One back in the backfield. the carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rams, first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, 46-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep.
And he stopped immediately there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st down, Denver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The kick by Elliott is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decided to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked out his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the
touchdown. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And that one travels out of bounds. So a bad break there, and that will thwart any chance that they had of coming back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Tannehill intercepted again. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go now. 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Charles